government, if they to beg them, now they go here. Government, if they can do it, now go happen now. After Mona call it back, or certain primary schools are now. Mona call it back, certain primary schools are now. All of my children call the beg Papa. Say, Papa, give me food, make I eat. That Papa never fail. Government, I beg Governor Baseki, I beg make you come help with our community. Thank you.
Most African countries have come under black leadership for at least 30 years. Welcome to Mandela Unveiled. The name is Mandela. Since the British left Nigeria, Nigeria apparently has backtracked 60 years. Education builds a nation. However, the leaders in Nigeria today do not see the importance of education. Just have a look at this.
Now, certain primary school, Uzala. Now, be this. The school don't destroy finish. Government not even they do anything. The teachers, they manage primary 6. That was on only one video. Primary 6, primary 5, primary 4. That was even primary 3. Don't even destroy finish. As they call this morning, the 2 classes, Sabitri where remain. The other one don't still fall. Now, children of you enter class. Children of you enter class. Fear not let teachers enter inside class. May has no go school not go collapse miss them. They just call the secretary to the local government for education for Uodena. They call and say, see as the school be. If they talk story, he said make they relocate the children, go the next to primary school. Because we don't know where the primary schools are do there. Now this school now we go time of Ani. Now this school now we go time of Ogbemudia. All the government where you come at this school. But we don't know when they leave this school. Our children don't they go school again. Our children they don't they go school again. Government not they do anything. I bet they shut the building. But they see her. We're not the better. Are we not part of the government? Is Sudan not part of who want the local government? Now the community chairman. Now the community come they build this one now. Because we want government, make government come. Government not want to do anything. What thing we do now? What thing we do now? What thing our children do now? Una children not they go school. Una children not they go school. Then they call secretary. Secretary say they not get what they go do. Make them relocate them. Go to community from here. Our children want to try go that side. Our children want to try go that side. I beg. With the beg. May our children go need that. If they need that, they go need that. Beg government. All the children mona need that. Mona beg government. Mona need that. Mona need that. Mona beg government. If they to beg them, now they go here. Government. If they can need that, if they can need that, now go happen now. After Mona call it back, or certain primary schools are now. Mona call it back, certain primary schools are now. All of my children call the beg Papa. Say, Papa, give me food, make I eat. That Papa never fail. Government, I beg Governor Baseki, I beg make you come help with our community. Thank you.
Does this look like a place that is conducive for children to learn? Can any child acquire any knowledge from such an edifice? This is a death trap. This building can collapse on children at any time. Well, it is no surprise. It's only in Nigeria where children will travel for a science and maths quiz by bus. And when they get an accident and die, the government will carry their bodies back to the state in a plane. Isn't that backward thinking? Is this also the making of the colonial masters? Nigeria has had independence from the British for more than 60 years now. What has Nigeria got to show for the independence. The only thing Nigeria has to show is masters of corruption. Recently, Aishetu made a statement that Nigeria has no president, and it is almost breaking the internet. However, Nigeria has never had a president. It is not only Tinubu. Nigeria has never had a president. Nigeria has never worked. Anyone who thought Nigeria worked is believing in a fallacy. Nigeria has never worked. Who vacated his presidency for almost a year. So Nigeria has never had a president. And no wonder children sit under such dilapidated building to learn, while these politicians' children travel to the United States of America. They travel to the European Union countries. They travel to Turkey. They travel to the United Arab Emirates. They travel to Qatar. They travel to Canada to have better and quality education and quality healthcare. So they would not care about the people. The government has built more road than any government. Yet, in the 21st century, trucks carrying salt would just fall straight into a river. In any serious country, this will not happen. However, this will only happen in a country like Ghana, where people hail corrupt leaders, where corruption is hailed. People describe the current vice president as the best vice president of Ghana. Why are Ghanaians, or why are some Ghanaians and politicians so wicked? They do not care whatever they will say or do to get into the good books of the big man. It is no surprise that even the director of Imani Ghana has also joined the train, Kofi Bentel, describing Dr. Bawumia as the best vice president ever in Ghana. Surely, Kofi Bentel himself is a corrupt, despicable person, and he doesn't deserve to be recognized anywhere in Ghana. He doesn't deserve to be listened anywhere in Ghana, because all his figures and all the facts that he used to produce are all manufactured. Today, you have said it yourself. So how are we supposed to believe you with all the statements you made previous years? Well, Nemesis has caught up with you, and you have no hiding place. It is only a country like Ghana where people will come and sit on the national television and tell you that the vice president, who together with Nana Akufo-Addo has borrowed the country to stupor, taxed Ghanaians to stupor, will tell you that he's the best vice president we've ever had. And that is a lie. Well, kudos to Nana B. At least we have had a politician who has decided to speak a little bit of truth. Thank you, Nana B, for telling your own party that the 15% VAT on electricity and the 100 Ghana cedis vehicle emission levy is not necessary. And indeed, it is not necessary. In a country where the registered vehicles are just a little over 3 million, when we have 33 or over 30 million Ghanaians? What is all this nonsense? We have not reached that level where you have to tax Ghanaians for fuel emissions. I don't know who's taking these decisions, but whoever is in that economic management team has failed woefully and has no business to rule the people of Ghana. You see, the biggest Pan-Africanist, whom most young people love so much, is Julius Malema. But in his country, corruption is the order of the day. Politicians in South Africa are making sure that they put the blame of load shedding on other people when they have to take the blame.
Is the writer, a CEO with ideology and politics, a man who have brought us load shedding and left us and said that we're still in Soviet Union and there is a ghost here in this building. And so he left and then he resigned and then he left us with a disaster called load shedding. And that man now is speaking politics from the United States of America as we speak. And he says he's giving us this advice that he's giving us. But if you analyze deeper, those are liberal, neoliberal politics. Because liberalism counterpose it with neoliberalism. These are two things that run in tandem but differ in terms of emphasis. But those are neoliberal politics.
Indeed, we black leaders are trying to prove a point to the world that we cannot rule ourselves. We are trying to prove a point to the world that we do not think. We are trying to prove a point to the world that without the colonizers or the apartheid regime, we cannot think. If a particular government started load shedding, must you boast about it? You have a responsibility to fix it. No one remembers them. We remember you now to fix it. This is the 21st century, and we have no time to waste on people who try to push blame on others. Do you see the difference? You see one politician, political party, campaigner sitting under a tent. The other party, which has been in power for 30 years, campaigner sitting in the sun without tent. This is just how they treat South Africans. And there is no need to say black South Africans, white South Africans. You are all South Africans. And sometimes we do blame the ANC government a lot. But we have to always look down in ourselves. What are we also doing wrong? It is true that the ANC government has neglected the people of South Africa when they have not supplied a lot of basic amenities. Lack of water is a violation of the human right of South Africa. But at least in this scenario, you don't expect any ANC executive, you don't expect any government executive to tell you how to conduct in order to get this water. This behavior is despicable. To To get this water, it is just simple. Queue when it is your turn, you fetch your water and go. But this animalistic behavior shows a different picture. It gives a different perception about us. Well, we have been trained to behave that way. We have been made hungry. We have been kept hungry for so long. So whenever we see food, we want to rush and grab it. So we do not blame anyone. We have to blame ourselves and our leaders. As for the colonizers and the apartheid regime, they are long gone. We have to focus on ourselves now. Senegal has had water issues, but should they also be dancing in the 21st century just because they have water now? People are dancing in the 21st century because they have water. When a despicable man is sitting somewhere in Dakar, signing decrees, preventing elections, to elect the next generation of leaders to solve some of these problems. These are the problems of Africa. These are the problems of the African. These are the problems of sub-Saharan Africa. Do you still blame the whites? Do you still blame the apartheid regime? Do you still blame colonialism for all the problems? Shouldn't we take 90% of the blame? Must we always point fingers at others for our problems when we have to look back at ourselves, ask ourselves, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing right? A word to the wise, they say, it's enough. Make sure to like my videos, share, post and repost. Till we meet next time, adios.